Now we get to another healthcare issue, and that is whether we're going to appropriate money to healthcare in the reconciliation process rather than a regular old bill. Now this makes it easier to pass. You don't have to worry about a Republican filibuster here. If you put it as part of the reconciliation for the budget, then you only need 51 senators to pass it, right? So it's understandable that both sides, Democrats and Republicans, have leaned on this for things that they thought they couldn't get passed otherwise. For example, in 2001 and 2003, the Republicans used reconciliation to get the giant tax cuts for Bush passed. They wouldn't have passed it otherwise. In 2001, they would only have 58 votes. They did have only 58 votes, would not have survived a filibuster. And in 2003, they got it passed with only 51 votes. Whether you think it's an abuse of the process is an open question, but hypocrisy on both sides. Of course, don't get me wrong. Democrats complained when the Republicans did it, and now they do it too. But here's a perfect example of it. Senator Judd Gregg from New Hampshire, Republican. He said about putting health care in the reconciliation bill, quote, "That would be the Chicago approach to governing. Strong-arm it through. You're talking about the exact opposite of bipartisan. You're talking about running over the minority, putting them in cement, and throwing them in the Chicago River." So this is not the way to do it. Reconciliation is through the budget process is terrible, and it kills bipartisanship. In fact, it puts concrete in it and throws it in the river. Okay? Give you a mobster kind of image. Well, then obviously Senator Judd Gregg has never been in favor of the reconciliation process, even when the Republicans were in charge, right? You get a sense of where this is going? Here's Senator Gregg in 2005 when he was the chairman of the Senate Budget Committee, and rammed through many of Bush's proposals through reconciliation, as they did with the tax cuts in 01 and 03. Quote, Senator Judd Gregg, "Reconciliation is a rule of the Senate set up under the Budget Act. It has been used before for purposes exactly like this on numerous occasions. The fact is, all this rule of the Senate does is allow a majority of the Senate to take a position and pass a piece of legislation. Support that position. Is there something wrong with the majority rules? I don't think so." So back when they were in charge, and he was the chairman of the committee, he's like, "This is the most normal thing in the world. Everybody does it. Is there anything wrong with this? I don't think so. It's just majority rule." Now when the Democrats use it, "Oh, they're putting cement on our feet and throwing it in the river. They're killing us like Chicago mobsters. I can't believe they do this." And it goes on and on. Here's another fun quote from him. Back when, again, he was the head of the committee and they're doing this. He says, "The president asked for it, and we're trying to do what the president asked for." It's like, how can you blame us? We're doing it through reconciliation. The president asked for it. Now, this Judd Gregg was considering working for this president, for Barack Obama. Remember? Obama wanted him to be the head of the Commerce Department, and he decided that he couldn't do it, didn't want to do it, but you know what? Maybe he made the right decision, because he certainly does not show any evidence of bipartisanship, so it would have been tough to be the head of the Commerce Department if you couldn't work with a Democratic president. But back when the Republicans were in charge, well, look, if the president asks for something, you just do it. Who cares how you do it? Rules, process, whatever. Yeah, just use reconciliation. When the Democrats are in charge, nope, not having it. President is throwing us in the river.